What's going on, my people of YouTube? This is Hidden Angel Lightheart coming to you live with a shark deck profile. Yes, you guys heard right. A shark deck profile. Now, if you guys remember a while back, I did mention to you this was going to be one of the decks I was going to be making a video on. The other few, I'm still trying to get stuff together to where I can make a full deck video for you guys. And until I can get that far, we are going to work with what we got for as far as I can get to or acquire, etc., etc., whatever. Again, like I said in the last few videos, holidays is coming up, and I'm trying to spend money for family aside from myself for the channel, of course. So again, for those of you that watch this can understand that concept. But anyway, yes, I'm going to hush up and we are going to jump straight into the video. And yeah, be sure to leave a like in the comment section below what you guys think about the deck after you've seen everything and so forth. So without further ado, let's get this started. And I must admit, sharks are a very interesting deck for sure. I really like them. So, of course, we're going to start off with playing 3 of the right-hand shark. Now, basically what right-hand shark does is, and when this card is normal summon, you can add 1 left-hand shark from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you control no monsters. You can special summon this card, but banish it if it leaves the field. Also, an Xyz monster that was Xyz summoned using this card, only water monsters as material, including this card on the field against the effect of it cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use the effect of right-hand shark once per turn. So that, of course, that implies the first effect. However, as long as this is basically the Undying combo for sure, and it involves the Crooked Hook. If you guys happen to have Crooked Hook, I highly advise you play him in this deck. Since it's strictly a water deck, I do have a Crooked Hook, but I didn't think to put him in here, honestly. I was that brain dead when I was trying to throw everything together. But yes, Crooked Hook with this deck makes it very broken and very aggressive for sure. And then we're playing 3 copies of the left-hand shark, right hand to the left hand. And basically, left-hand shark implies that if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, its card level becomes 4 because it is a level 3 starting out. You can only use the following effects of left-hand shark once per turn. If you control a right-hand shark, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card this way, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, when it's equipped to an Xyz monster as an overlay unit or an Xyz material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So these two put together prevents it from being destroyed by battle and being destroyed from card effects. So therefore, you put these two together, you make basically a very indestructible, powerful monster. So for further reference, if you guys don't have Crooked Hook, those two are your bread and butter to making a very powerful, indestructible menace. And then we are playing 3 copies of Silent Sea Nettle. Now, this card came out from the Brothers of Legend set, and it's actually a very good card to use for sure. Actually, no, wait. No, not Brothers of Legend. That came out of another set, I do believe. I think. Wait. Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, wait, no. I don't remember. I'm brain dead this morning. Okay, but anyway. If you control a water monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You cannot special summon monsters except for water monsters for the rest of this turn. Also, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 3 water monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and you can use the effect of Silent Sea Nettle once per turn. But, of course, you don't get the draw effect, which is kind of sucky. So this is like the low-tier version of the Lifeless Leaf Fish. I mean, if you want to play the Lifeless Leaf Fish, beat my guest, but it is what it is. And then we're playing 3 copies of the Buzzsaw Shark. Yes, it's a shark deck, so of course we're going to be playing a lot of fish cards without question. So of course with Buzzsaw Shark, it's basically the same concept as the left and right hand sharks. You can target 1 water monster you control and special summon from your deck in defense mode, but 1 fish monster of the same level of that monster, but with a different name. And if you do, it returns. It cannot declare an attack this turn, and you cannot special summon monsters from the deck for this turn except for Xyz monsters. Oh yeah, you can't special summon anything else from the deck except Xyz monsters, which makes sense. You can only use the effect of Buzzsaw Shark once per turn, and battles the water monster. Oh yeah, and if this card was used as a diseased material for a monster, it cannot be destroyed by monsters level 5 or higher. Oh no, if it's being used as an Xyz material, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster for an Xyz summon of that rank 3 or rank 5 monster. Okay, I got that backwards. I am brain dead. I am truly brain dead. I apologize. Okay, so now we are playing 3 Double Fin Shark. Now, what Double Fin Shark is, long story short, basically the shark decks, as long as you have fish monsters or water monsters, these cards are each other's bread and butter, and they are their own monster reborns. They keep bringing themselves back from the graveyard, back from the depths of the very dark, the dark depths of the sea in that concept. So anytime one shark falls, another comes back to take its place and bring back its fallen, which is a weird concept considering how they are before they are born. Anyway, Double Fin Shark, as I said, when this card is normal summon, you can target a level 3 or 4 water fish monster in your graveyard and special summon that target in defense position, but negate its effects. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn after you activate this effect, except for water monsters. So again, Monster Reborn, for these, they're each other's Monster Reborn. This is a Monster Reborn, and that is also a Monster Reborn, and that just says, hi, I'm a special summon myself. So, yes. Sharks are very strong, they are very powerful, and if used correctly, they are a very destructive menace. And then we are playing 3 Lantern Shark, which there's some cards in this deck I'm considering cutting down to either 2 or 1 because... Oh, just because. Anyway, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate this effect. Special summon 1 level 3, 4, or 5 water monster from your hand in defense position, except for Lantern Shark. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for Xyz monsters. You can only use the effect of Lantern Shark once per turn. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 monster. So, this Lantern Shark and Buzz Shark are basically the same card as well when they're being used as an Xyz material. So, Double Fin Shark, well, it would knock out the effect, so therefore it would just say you can only be for level 4 Xyz summoning. So these two together are basically each other's left and right hands for each other. And now we are playing 2 of the new monster that just got released called Abyss Shark out of the Duelist from the Deeps set, if you guys remember. What this card does is, if this card is used as this Xyz summon of a Xyz number monster, it can only be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster. If all monsters you control are water monsters, sorry, I just need the extra light to read this. It can be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster, yada yada yada. If all monsters you control are water monsters, minimum of 1, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add 1 level 3, 4, or 5 fish monster from your deck to your hand, except for Abyss Shark. For the rest of this turn, monsters from your deck... Oh, for the rest of this turn... Oh, yeah. Fish monsters from your deck to your hand... Oh, yeah, okay, we just read that. Alright. You cannot special summon monsters except water monsters. Also, double the first battle damage inflicted to your opponent this turn by your number monsters battling another monster. And you can only use the effect of Abyss Shark once per turn. So, again, this deck, also you can tell, is a heavy Xyz deck, and you want to mainly play Xyz monsters because of all the crazy effects they give. The Xyz archetype, or the Xyz mechanic, I should say, not archetype. But yes, each Xyz, all these cards do different things for Xyz. So like I said, the black Xyz monster cards, you definitely want to play without question. Like, there's no second guessing that. Anyway, we're also playing 2 copies of the Crystal Shark. Now, basically what Crystal Shark does is, if this card is used with the Xyz summon of a number monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 4 monster as well. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 1 water monster on the field, special summon this card, but banish that card when it leaves the field. And if you do, have the monster's attack also. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Xyz monsters. You can only use the effects of Crystal Shark once per turn. So, once again, this card says, haha, I win. And also, we are only playing one copy of Saber Shark. I was going to play him at 2, if not 3, but it's a little cloggy, and plus with all the other sharks and monsters you have, you don't really need no more than 1. And what Saber Shark does is it cannot be used as a synchro material, go figure. Twice per turn, you can target one fish monster on the field and activate one of these effects. If you guys remember the Constellar archetype, where the one Constellar Klaus, I think it was, it could level modulate monsters on the field twice. This is basically what it does. It increases a level by 1 or reduces a level by 1. You cannot special summon monsters except for water monsters for this turn after the effect has been activated. And then for the last set of monsters, we are playing 3 Silent Angler because he is a water monster. If you control another water monster on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you cannot special summon monsters from your hand for the rest of this turn. So he locks you out special summoning other monsters, but he special summons himself. So, yeah, this would be basically a very interesting combo maneuver. But that's pretty much it for the monsters of this deck, guys. We'll get everything all put together here, and I'll show you guys the rest of the deck that we are playing. Again, sharks are a very interesting archetype, I will say. They're a very nice rogue deck, very powerful, very straightforward, and they're very hard to come by. Or not very hard to come by, but they are very rarely ever seen. So you always would want to play something unique like this, because this is a deck that is low-key ever seen in a locals, and they actually win locals when you think about it, because just what they can do and because of the crazy Xyz effects they give off. Crap. Okay, so that's it for that. And then we are playing 3 copies for spell cards. We are playing 3 copies of the Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. Now, basically what this card does is, as the name suggests, you can target one number monster on the field, and you can Xyz summon one chaos monster. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You can target one number monster you control except for a chaos number monster, and increase its rank by 1 and Xyz summon that turn. This is treated as an Xyz summon for that turn. So, and this is also a quick play spell, so you can play it immediately. And the combo is, if you were to attack with a regular Xyz monster, and right before your battle's about to end, just Xyz summon into the Chaos form, so that way you can deal extra the damage, which is basically the key combo with this card. And then we are playing 1 copy of Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force. Now, this card also implies with the Chaos monsters. Target 1 rank 5 or higher Xyz monster you control and special summon from your extra deck one chaos Xyz monster that is 1 rank higher, and this is treated as an Xyz summon, and its materials are transferred to that monster. When a rank 5 or higher Xyz monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can add this card to your hand. You can only activate the effect of Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force once per turn. So, again, those 2 are the only 4 that you need to play. And then for the other spells, we are playing 1 copy of Barion's Chaos Draw. And for Barion's Chaos Draw, to activate this card, you need to draw it for your normal draw phase this turn. So this would have to be the next card you draw into. And then, or during the main phase, you can activate one of these effects. Send 1/7 normal spell from your deck to your graveyard. This effect becomes the spell effect of that treated monster. Or the second effect is special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck, and then, but negate their effects, but immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon into 1 monster and its materials you control, including both those monsters. So you get basically 3 materials because of the Chaos Draw. And then we are only playing 1 copy of the Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. So this card is where it was implying the 7th one, so these 2, drawn to either of them, you get your free Xyz summon. However, Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, basically states you have to draw into it to activate it as well. And what it does is you pick a number monster that is level 1, that is rank 101 to 107. Xyz summon that turn using that Xyz monster, and it's treated as a Xyz summon of itself. And then you can Chaos Xyz summon into its Chaos number form, so Chaos number 101 through 107 can be played. And then for the other spells, we are playing 2 Sexal Field. We are only playing, I'm considering just bringing it down to 1, but we're playing 2. And basically what this card implies is your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in the response to the activation of your cards or effects that target an Xyz monster you control. Again, this is a heavy Xyz deck. But during your draw phase, before you draw, you can place a Shining Draw from your deck to the top of your deck, but since we're not playing it, that effect is null and void. If an Xyz monster is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, attach one Xyz monster from your extra deck or graveyard to the monster as a material overlay unit. You can only use the effect of the Sexal Field once per turn. So, very good field spell, and it basically protects all of your Xyz monsters, which is nice. And then for your fish support, we are playing 3 White Mirror, and basically what this card does is target 1 level 4 or lower fish monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then you can add 1 monster from your deck to your hand with the same original name as the special summon monster. You can only use the effect of White Mirror once per turn. So, basically what it does is you're targeting a fish monster to special summon another one, and then you can add one from your deck that has the same name. So if you have right hand or left hand shark, you add another copy of one of those two, and then the other one is brought back to the field, I believe it is. It's basically a... Oh, let me figure out how to word this. It's basically a monster reborn and a Rhoda built in 1 for your fish monsters, which is actually really nice. And then for tech support, we are playing 1 Monster Reborn, which basically brings back a monster, Pot of Avarice to bring back monsters from your graveyard, then draw 2. And then we're playing 1 Salvage, which basically brings back the Nettles or whatever other water monsters in your graveyard. However, I'm considering switching this out for another Pot of Avarice, but it is what it is. And that's it for the spells for this, guys. And so far, I think we're doing all right, as far as I am aware. But yeah, that's it for the spells. And yes, we're not playing Raigeki, we're not playing Harpy's Feather Duster, which we should, but stupid me wanted to do something different and not play the aggressive spells or traps, but I might consider ordering some more of those. And then for traps, we are only playing 5 traps. We are playing 2 copies of the Resurgam Xyz. Now, this is one of the other new traps that came out of the Brothers of Legends set with the Karibos. What this card does is, it's a continuous trap. All Xyz monsters you control gain 800 extra attack points. Once per turn, you can discard 1 spell card, then target 1 Xyz monster you control to special summon from your extra deck 1 Chaos number monster or an Xyz Chaos or Chaos Xyz monster with the same type as the monster you control but 1 rank higher. By using it as material, this card is treated as an Xyz summon, but transfer its own materials, or Xyz, or overlay units to the special summon monster. If you discarded a card other than a rank up magic spell card to activate this effect, return that special summon monster to the extra deck during the end phase of the turn, even if it leaves the field. So you need a rank up magic card in order to activate this trap, so 2 is okay, but you could probably be better at 1. I might switch that out for something else later, because I do have a sideboard built for this, of course, because you know me. And then we are playing the 1 number wall, because number wall says, hi, if I have... It basically applies the same rule as they had in the Zexal series, where only a number monster can destroy another number. So, anything else doesn't destroy... Okay, so, as I said, only a number can destroy a number, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it cannot be destroyed by battle except with number monsters. So not only is it protected by not being destroyed by another number, but that monster also is protected from other card effects, so you're pretty much solid. And then for tech, we're playing Gozen Match, which locks your opponent out from playing multiple attributes. They're stuck with 1. And then we're only playing 1 White Howling, because White Howling basically implies if you control a water monster, target a spell or trap card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, negate all spell effects on your opponent's field. So, that's it for the spell and trap. That's it for the traps of this deck, and I might consider playing that too. I'll just have to get another one ordered at some point in time. And now we are moving on to the extra deck. All right, so we are playing the two copies of number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Now, this card was the hype back during the Zexal series, during when the Xyz archetype was dropped, or mechanic, I should say. What number 101 does is it is a rank 4 monster. It takes 2 level 4 of any monsters, and you are able to detach 2 materials to steal a monster on your opponent's side of the field that was special summoned and equip it to it as an overlay unit or Xyz material. And then the other effect states that this card were to be destroyed by battle, you can detach that overlay unit to make it from being destroyed that turn. And then we're playing 2 copies of Chaos number 101 Silent Honor Darks. Now, this is the one monster which is the big brother of the Silent Honor arc. I am not going to lie. It is a very good card if it's played correctly. Now, what I mean by that is, once per turn, you can special summon one monster your opponent controls and attach it to this card as its material or overlay unit. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard while it has a material, you can special summon this card from your graveyard and then gain life points equal to the original attack points of this card. And number 101 Silent Honor Arc must be in your graveyard to activate its effects. If this card is special summoned this way, it cannot attack for the rest of this turn. So in other words, screw you, basically. I get life points, and I basically just say screw you regardless. So as long as your opponent is able to have monsters in the graveyard for you to steal and make it its overlay material or overlay unit for its attachment, yeah, it just says screw you, and you're just constantly getting life points. So Honor Dark is honestly the douchebag card of the deck. And then you have number 103 Ragna Zero. Now, what this card does is, it is a rank 4 that takes 2 of any level 4 monsters. You can target a card on either player's side of the field, destroy that monster whose attack is different from its original, or that was alternated. So say, for instance, if you have, like, a monster that was used with Power Bond or whatever, you can target that monster that had Power Bond as target and destroy it, and then after that, you get to draw 1 card. So it destroys monster with an alternated attack, and you draw a card off of it, which is nice. And then we are running the one Chaos number 103, Ragna Infinity. Now, what she does is, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach 1 overlay unit from this card, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between that monster's original attack and current attack. So instead of popping the monster for its attack being different and drawing a card, you get to destroy it and deal damage to your opponent for the difference of its attack. So that's not bad. And if you do banish it, when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard while it has an Xyz material or overlay unit, you can special summon this card back from your graveyard. Chaos number 103 Ragna Zero must be in your graveyard to activate this effect. So these two are very douchey for sure, that you always want to play. And then we're playing 1 copy of number 73 Abyss Splash. He is a rank 5 monster. It takes any 2 level 5 water monsters. And basically what he does is, once per turn, and it's a quick effect, you can detach 1 overlay unit from this card to make its attack double, but your opponent takes only half the battle damage this turn when it attacks. So its attack is 2400, it can double to 4800, which is not too bad for sure. And then we're only playing 1 copy of Chaos number 73 Abyss Super Splash, or Supra Splash. That's it. Supra Splash. That's it. And basically what he does is, if a monster you control battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, this is a quick effect. You can detach 1 material from this card once per battle. Your battling monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster it is battling during the damage step calculation. If this card has number 73 Abyss Splash as its material. It also gains the effect that it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, without question, this card is very douchey. So here's a combo, honestly, I would want to say. If you were to have Saber Shark and you have left hand and right hand Shark on the field, you basically can raise their levels up to 5 and make it this way. Because left hand and right hand, when right hand's on the field, left hand's level goes from 3 to 4. So if its level becomes 4, you would use Saber Shark to modulate its level from 4 to 5. Same with the right hand Shark, make it 5. Go into Abyss Splash, Chaos Xyz Evolution into Abyss Super Splash, so it cannot be destroyed by card effects, nor can it be destroyed by battle. So you have an indestructible Super Splash. Same for the Ragna Infinity and Honor Dark. Yeah, I thought of this way ahead of time. And of course, we're also playing 2 copies of number 4 Stealth Kragen. Now, basically what he does is he takes 2 level 4 water monsters, and he is basically a constant on the field goes and match for your deck. Now, why I say this is all face-up monsters on the field become water. Once per turn during the main phase quick effect, you can destroy 1 water monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of the attack of it had on the field. If this Xyz monster is summoned card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 Stealth Kragen spawns from your extra deck. Up to the number of materials this card had, then you can attach up to 1 water monster from your graveyard to each of those special summon monsters as material. So, not only is it a goes and match, but when it's destroyed, you get to special summon up to 2 of these Stealth Kragen spawns that we are also running. I'm considering putting him at 1 and these at 2. And switching this out for an Abbey Dweller, maybe. That is my consideration, because I do have Abbey sided, because Abbey just says screw the graveyard, and you would want to play that for the fact that tier elements are a douche to go up against. Stealth Kragen spawn also takes 2 level 4 water monsters. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect, you can destroy 1 water monster your opponent controls, and if this card is special summon, again, if you have Kragen spawn or Stealth Kragen, or if you have goes and match on the field, if you destroy a water monster on your field, if this card is special summoned by the effect of an Xyz number monster is destroyed, you can special summon other Stealth Kragen monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. Then you can attach up to 1 water monster from your graveyard to each of those special summon monsters as material. So, no matter what, you're getting an effect off for sure. And the extra deck is without question the most dangerous part of this deck, without question. Like, there's no ins or outs with it. It's either you take the hit or you just cry like a little, And then, of course, for the rest, we're playing 1 copy of Rank 5 Nash Knight, the brand new monster that was released from Furies of the Deep, or Duelists of the Deep. It cannot be destroyed by battle while a number of monsters on the field. During the main phase, quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then attach 1 number Xyz monster from your extra deck to this card as material that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name. Then, if you attach 1 other face-up monster on the field to this card as material, you can also use the effect of Nash Knight once per turn, which it basically just steals monsters to give itself more materials as well. And then, for the other monster, we are playing 1 copy of Chaos Xyz Nash Knight. Now, this is the Chaos form of regular Nash Knight, of course. So, basically, what this card does is you can also Xyz summon this card by using Nash Knight. You control effects. This is treated as to this card. Wait, what? I'm confused now. Okay, let me reread this. Just so we're all not confused here. Basically, what this card does is you can Xyz summon this card by using Nash Knight. You control, transfer its materials to this card. Okay, I couldn't read what that said. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can detach 1 material from this card and special summon from your extract 1 number Xyz monster that has a number between 101 and 107. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely a Gucci thing. Number 101 or 107 in its name, using the face-up card you control as material, but destroy it during your opponent's next end phase. This is treated as an Xyz summon, transfers materials by its Xyz monster. You can only use the effect of Chaos Xyz Nash Knight once per turn. So again, this card is more of a stealer and then a beater. Without questions, you just got to make it work. And then for the last tech card we are playing in this deck is 1. Bahamut Shark. Take any 2 level 4 water monsters to make this. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card to special summon 1 rank 3 or lower water monster from your extra deck. This card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. However, a lot of these are not rank 3 or anything else. So we are probably just going to go through some stuff that I threw in for the extra deck. And actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, I can possibly do that because I got card ideas for this for sure. But yeah, to replace this and the other Stealth Krogan, I would definitely go for the Abbey Dweller and a black or full armor Black Ray Lancer because these two can definitely go, because if you only have the one Stealth Krogan and it just brings these two from the deck, yeah, it just makes sense for sure. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Was it good? Was it not good? Was there anything I can change besides the cards I just called out in the video? How would you guys play this deck, or how would you guys recommend I should try playing this deck? Send me your ideas when you get a chance, for sure. And again, these are going to be my 2 videos for today until I can get some more stuff thrown together. I might be getting another deck put together here soon this week, or a few more decks together for this weekend for you guys. So, yeah, till the next video, as I said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and give me some deck ideas and some deck suggestions you guys would want to see me do, because, again, I do read your comments and everything else. And, of course, this is Hidden Angel Lionheart signing out, and till the next video, guys, be safe and take it easy, and adios. Howdy!